So as promised, I'm going to show you a little bit about this little Hypersmoke from Autoline Pro. A couple things we got to do here. When you first get it, this plug is going to be on here. You're going to need to take that plug out and fill it with one packet only of the little included oil. If you don't have the packet, like if you bought this separate for some reason, there is like a dipstick that tells you how much to fill it, and it's included with the unit. But that fill hole also becomes the position for you to attach your little hose, the little, the little kind of wand. From here, you can set the pressure. Like for me, I'm just leaving it on normal mode because I'm doing the intake side of things, not the EVAP side of things. And now you're ready to start making smoke. You just connect this, red to the positive terminal, negative, black to the negative, and you're off to the races. You'll be able to start producing some smoke and start figuring out where those leaks are at. I got a couple little things of prep work to do, so just bear with me. I'll meet you on the other side. Alright, so now that's all the way. All I did here is pick the spot in my vacuum system, which I'm actually going to use this hose here because it's got a very direct line into the intake manifold. So what I'm going to need to do is plug this and also remove the air intake from the air filter assembly and plug this with a rubber glove. All right, so now you can see I've got battery connected. You can hear this thing kind of making a little bit of noise. That's just like the little fan blowing. And I'm already starting to see some smoke. That's a pretty good little stream of smoke so far. So the next little step is going to be to just insert this into that vacuum line that I showed you earlier. Just like so. You'll see this is rubber, and it's cone shaped obviously so that it'll wedge inside most common fittings. They also give you this little adapter, so if I needed to go into something larger, say this, I can go in there. If I want to go in the tailpipe, I can, and then that little hole in the middle will accept that little cone shaped section. Now so at this point it becomes just a little bit of a waiting game. We're just waiting to see some smoke coming out of some place, because essentially right now what's happening is the whole intake system is being filled with that same smoke that this little unit's producing. And since smoke is very light, it will come out and be visible wherever we have a leak present. I'm not exactly sure where I expect to see it. I almost think in this case, because I have a P2096 and a P0171, which indicates that I've got unmetered air making it into the fuel system. I have a lean condition at the rear O2. I expect that I will see some type of leak, probably somewhere along the exhaust manifold or maybe a vacuum line somewhere. That's not clear to me, but somewhere I've got unmetered air leaking in or making its way in. So I'm gonna let that run for a minute. As soon as we start seeing smoke, I'll be right back with you and we'll talk about that. So kind of update, we're starting to see some smoke, but not where I expected. Unfortunately, the only place I'm seeing it so far was on the other end where the rubber glove was covering the intake. Well, the air inlet right after the filter. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything bad. That just means that it's still filling up. I mean, you got to figure this smoke needs to make it in a pressurized way through the entire intake and vacuum system. So it's bound to take a little bit of time. But at least I know that there's smoke working through the system, and it should be any minute now. We should start seeing where my leak is. If not, I'm going to have to do the exhaust next, because P2096 can refer to an exhaust leak, but usually not when it's found in conjunction with a P171 code or 0171 code. So we'll see. All right, guys, happy to report this little unit right here has done its job. On my third test, I went in through the opposite way. I went in through the air boot. I used that same little cone connector that we talked about and went through this, sealed both ends. And what I found is that I am leaking from my exhaust manifold gasket. And you can let me see if I can get you a shot of this. You can see that the, like this glove that I used to block that off, if I push that, you're gonna see a puff of smoke from the exhaust manifold gasket, which was one of the things that could have been the problem for the P2096. Take a look. When I kind of fan the flame, as it were, I get a bunch of smoke. So now I know it's wrong. I just need to order one thing and off to the races we go. 10 out of 10. Would definitely buy this product again. It's been a diagnostic crutch that I can't even tell you about. I'm so happy. That just saved me months and months of part slinging.